Right there, right now. I want some close-ups of the numbers.
And now Chieftain first. Please welcome the Sapulpa Chieftain Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the presentation of our national colors by the Sapulpa High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Color Guard under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel William Shannon and Master Sergeant John Kickoff. Please remain standing until the colors have entered. Tonight, the color sergeant is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jasmine Gazette. Carrying the Marine Corps flag is Cadet Second Lieutenant Madison Franzen, 2 riflemen. Our Cadet Captain Mason White and Cadet First Lieutenant Justin Crump.
To Charles Page, where they fell 53-26 despite
They're not even in there yet. We were still in there. Okay, teach me how to do this. Okay. Can you borrow that tall black chair?
I really like being in front of so many people.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's captains for the visiting Edison Eagles are number 2, Quan Miner, number 12, Luke Parrish, and number 51, Jonathan Wood. Tonight's captains for the Steelers, the Boca Chieftains, are number 4, D'Angelo Mitchell, number 5, Tyrese Jones, number 7, Zach Mason, number 8, Colton Morton, and number 57, Nate Lloyd. The head coach for the Edison Eagles is Robert Workstead, and the head coach for yours for both Chieftains is Tim Holt. Stand by for coin toss.
That's good right there. You don't need to zoom.
Edison won the toss, elected to the first. Sapulpa will receive.
Never mind.
Mr. Markley, if you can hear me, I love you. I'm gonna try to get pressure on here.
Heel cam. Zoom in just a little bit. That's pretty good right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the visiting team, the Edison Eagles. And now, for the first time this season, here comes your 2021 Sapulpa Chieftains.
It is Friday Night High School Football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550. The Sapulpa Chieftains looking for their first win of the season after losing to Charles Page last week, 53-26. They're hosting the Edison Eagles. First home game of the year. Edison has won the toss. They have deferred till the second half. The Chieftains will receive. Chieftains in blue helmets, black jerseys, black pants, blue stripe on the pants. Edison's black helmet, white jerseys, white pants, green stripes. There is the kick, and the ball is taken at the 20, and getting up to about the 25-yard line is Colton Morton for the Sapulpa Chieftains. The Chieftains last week got started off hot, scoring 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions of the game, only to give up 30 unanswered points after that, and then having to fight their way and claw back into the game with Charles Page. Charles Page, of course, ended up winning that game, but Sapulpa was moving up in class to play that game. They now moved back to 5A, and Robert Borgstadt, the former Chieftains head coach, is now the head man over at Edison. Zach Mason back in shotgun with one in the backfield and one out to each side, waiting for the snap, gets the snap, he'll hand off to Tyrese Jones. Jones is out to the 30 before he's shoved out of bounds. That's a gain of about 6 on the first carry of the game for the Chieftains. Ball on the 26, or ball was on the 26, so advance it up to about the 30-yard line now with 11:50 left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4, ball on the 32. Chieftains moving quickly to get set and get this play off. Now, last week the Chieftains themselves had struggled with the up-tempo on defense. Let's see if they apply that here on their own. There's the snap, flags on the play. Obviously, somebody moved. This one will go back 5 yards on the Chieftains as we await the ref's call. Edison has not played a game yet this season. They set out week 0, whereas the Chieftains chose to play, and we'll see if that either helps Sapulpa or hurts them. It goes one of 2 ways here. Either you are tired from playing that first week, or you've got a game under your belt, you've got a little bit more experience, some good size up front on the defense for Edison. In fact, the guy we'll be looking at a lot is Ben Castle. He's a 6'5", 330-pound senior playing nose guard for the Eagles, and he's already having trouble with his shoes. I mean, this is a legitimate big-time player, but already equipment issues for him early on here tonight as he gets those shoes on. Also looks like he's adjusting his gloves as well. All right. Chieftains look to get set. Zach Mason back in the shotgun, one in the backfield, 2 receivers out to each side, gets the snap, he'll fake the handoff, looks to his left, got a man open, and with the reception, it's D'Angelo Mitchell who gets all the way across midfield out to about the 45. First down and more for the Chieftains. So just like last week, Sapulpa starts off with a big play to get themselves going early. Ball now on the 46-yard line of Edison here in the first quarter. No score, just underway if you're just joining us. Same set for Sapulpa, 2 out to each side, 1 in the backfield. In the shotgun is Mason, who takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Jones. This time he looks right, has a man open. It looks like it is John Weaver with the reception on that one. He makes his way down to the 35-yard line, about the 30, let's call that about the 36. So another first down for Sapulpa. So 2 of their first 3 plays result in first downs as Mason looks over to the sidelines, gets the call from the coaches, now gets his team set. He'll send trips out to the left side, 1 out to the right, 1 in the backfield. Mason awaiting the snap. Edison so far, even with their size, not much pressure. Mason's got time. He's got a man open, and at about the 21-yard line, there's a reception there. So another reception. That's Parker Lecoq with the catch, or Parker Lecoq with the catch. 1st and 10, ball on the 36 as we are in the early going here. Sapulpa leading Edison. Mason over to the sideline to get the call now, as he goes to get his offense set. Still waiting on the call. Play clock now down to 12 seconds. Mason back in the shotgun with 2 outs to each side. This time he drops straight back after the snap. Moves up in the pocket. Has a man open. There's 6. Touchdown Chieftains. On the reception there is Colton Morton Sr. That is the first touchdown of the night. So just like last week, the Chieftains start off red hot, put 6 on the board. With 10:23 left to go, they're up 6-0 as we await the extra point. Just an absolutely beautiful strike there by Zach Mason, right down the middle, man wide open, hits him in stride, and there is 6 on the board. Trent Whitaker on to kick for the Chieftains as he awaits the snap. There is the snap, ball is down. Kick is through the uprights, although it was a little bit low. But that puts the Chieftains up 7-0 with 10:22 left to go. As when we return, the Chieftains will kick off. You're listening to Chieftains football here on ESPN Radio 99.9 FM and AM 1550. No, that's fine.
This timeout is proudly sponsored by State Farm and the Super Insurance and the Federal Securities.
Sapulpa leading Edison 7-0 after their first possession of the games. The Chieftains on to kick off. Edison set up to receive with 2 guys back at about the 25-yard line, including Cash Bryant, who's on the left side of the field. There is the ball. It's in the air. It's high end over end. Bryant will take it at about the 15-yard line. He's out across the 20, and there he's going to be wrapped up by a gang of Chieftains and brought down at about the 26, 27-yard line, and that's where Robert Borgstad, former Chieftains head coach, and his offense will set up shop. So another great first possession of the game for Sapulpa tonight has them in the lead 7-0. Of course, their first 2 possessions last week were excellent as they were able to go up 14-0 on Charles Page. Coming out to quarterback the Eagles for this first series will be Luke Parrish. He's a 5'11 junior, 150 pounds. He's back in shotgun. Offensive set, much the same as what we'll see out of Sapulpa. They'll have a man go in motion. There is the handoff, and out to about the 30-yard line on the carry is Kamari Lyons, a 5'10", 170-pound combo receiver defensive back. So good first snap for the Edison Eagles. Eagles are going right to left on your radio dial. Sapulpa will be going left to right here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 now. Ball on the Edison 31. As Parrish goes under center for this one, he'll take the snap. This time he'll hand the ball off. On the carry is Caden Foster. Foster's out to the 40, almost out to the 50-yard line. Gets stopped at about the 49, and it's a first down for Edison. So Edison starting quick themselves. And trying to get up and set and go quick. Not as quick as Charles Page did last week, but Edison, much like Sapulpa, running the same kind of offense, looking over to the sidelines, but they will huddle up from time to time. Staying back in the shotgun is Parrish with 2 in the backfield, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Man goes in motion. There is the handoff again, and Foster takes the ball, but he is hit in the backfield. Looked like it could be a loss of about 1 or 2. Not sure that he even got back to the original line of scrimmage on this one. That'll be 2nd down and 10, so no gain on the play. Ball stays at the 49. 8:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Chieftains on top, 7-0. Edison breaks the huddle. Parrish will stay back in shotgun with 1 in the backfield, 2 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Offset man. Man goes in motion. There's the handoff, and taking the ball again will be Caden Foster, and again, no gain, so this one sets up 3rd and 10. So after a couple of big gains, Edison now facing a 3rd and long. Big down here for the Chieftains. Don't want to give up a first down, especially when you've got somebody in a preferable down and distance with 3rd and 10, ball on their own side of the field. Parrish will stay back in the shotgun with 2 out to the left, 1 in the backfield, 1 out to the right. waits the snap, gets the snap. He'll roll out to his left. He's got a man open downfield, and that ball is going to be dropped. Looked like it was caught and dropped. The intended target on that one was Marvin Samuel. Samuel had the ball at about the 15-yard line, and it looked like it just went through his hand. There's also a flag on the play. Something tells me with this will be holding on Edison. And if you're Sapulpa, most likely you decline it and bring up a 4th and 10 and force the Eagles to punt. Still awaiting the ref's call. Illegal man in motion decline on that one. So 4th and 10. 7:55 left to go here in the first quarter. And the Chieftains hold. Do not give up a big play on 3rd and 10. Get Edison off the field and now have a chance to take the ball over, depending on how this kick goes, with possibly decent field position. Sitting back in single safety for the Sapulpa Chieftains is D'Angelo Mitchell. Mitchell lines up at about the 10-yard line. There's the snap. It's high, kind of a low line drive kick that hits at the 30 and bounces all the way to the 10 and just dies before it is fielded by Jermon Thompson, a 5'10 senior for Edison. So taking over on their own 10-yard line will be the Sapulpa Chieftains, and we'll keep it right here with 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top 7-0. They'll have 1st and 10 to go on their side of the field at their own 10-yard line. Mason brings his team out onto the field, looks to get him set. He is back in shotgun with one out to each side. In the backfield is Tyrese Jones. Jones has already had at least one big run. We now have a timeout. Edison doesn't like what they see. They'll call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top of Tulsa Edison, 7-0. You're listening to the Chieftains Radio Network.
You're on the deck. Heritage Bank. We know banking, American Heritage Bank, lets you bank when and where you want. Check balances, net transfers, pay bills, and even deposit checks from your smartphone. All are for free. AAC Mobile Banking. Fast, free, secure. Learn more at www.ahc.bank. American Heritage Bank. The Action Bank. Symbol FDIC.
7-0 here in Sapulpa as the Chieftains lead the Edison Eagles. First home game of the year for the Chieftains. Zach Mason back in shotgun. They have it 1st and 10 after forcing an Edison punt. They are on their own 10-yard line. Sapulpa already with one good drive tonight. Let's see if they can put down another. There's the handoff. The handoff goes to Tyrese Jones, who picks up looks like about 7 or 8 on that carry, which will set up a 2nd and short now, still on their own side of the field. There's Sapulpa. Jones last week, a lot of tough yardage gained. In fact, every Sapulpa running back gained a lot of tough yardage yesterday, or actually last week against Charles Page. 2nd and 2, ball on the 18-yard line as the play clock winds down to 19. Zach Mason will stay back in shotgun with 2 out to the right side of the field, 1 out to the left, and 1 in the backfield. There's another handoff to Jones. He goes out to his left. This time he's going to be tripped up and driven back, all the way back to about the 5-yard line. And on the tackle for the Edison Eagles was Marvin Samuel, who just wrapped up Jones and drove him back into the ground. Sapulpa will now be 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 14-yard line. So now 3rd and long, from 2nd and short to 3rd and long after a loss of 4. Still up 7-0. Mason takes the snap. This time he'll drop straight back. He's got plenty of time. He's got Morton. Morton will get it all the way out to past the 20-yard line and picks up the first down after a gain of about 8 yards there. So now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. Chieftains up 7-0, and after facing 3rd and long, are now on the move. Mason looks over to the sidelines to get the call. And Sapulpa just kind of taking their time now, kind of slowing things down just a bit. Mason will set up 2 on the left, 1 on the short side of the field, which is the right. Jones in the backfield with him. Mason takes the snap, drops straight back. He's got plenty of time. He's got a man open, and that ball was almost picked off. I think his intended target on that one, actually I couldn't tell because it looked like he just dropped it into the middle of the field amongst about 3 or 4 white jerseys there. So that sets up about second and 2. 5:59 left to go as the clock stops on an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, ball on the 26. Mason back in the shotgun. He's got 2 out to the right, 1 out to the left. There's the snap, handoff to Jones. Jones goes to his left, gets about 3, maybe 4 yards before he's brought down by a host of Eagles on that one. 3rd and 5 now, ball on the 31, so 3rd and manageable for Sapulpa. Mason will stay back in shotgun as he does pretty much every single snap of the game. Jones the single back, and we got a little bit of movement up front. And I think this one's going to go against Edison, which should bring up a first down for Sapulpa.
Snap, encroachment, defense, number 54. 5 yards from the previous spot, still 3rd down.
5:27 left to go, 7-0 Sapulpa, 1st and 10. Now ball on the 36 after the Edison offsides. Mason will stay in shotgun. Tyrese Jones in the backfield. 2 receivers out to each side. There's the snap. Mason will drop straight back. He's looking to his right. Now he'll roll to his left. He looks like he's got a man open. There's some laundry on the field there, so I think this one's coming back. Most likely a hold. Didn't see what the call could have been. We'll wait for the ref's call, but Mason looked out to his left on that one. He might have been locked on a receiver. Everybody was well covered. He had plenty of real estate to run and did, but unfortunately, this one's gonna come back. Holding on Sapulpa, which will be spot of the foul, which will move it back 10 yards from where it was called. The ball looks like it will rest right about the... Put this one about the 26-yard line of Sapulpa. So that makes it 1st and 20. Ball on the 26. 5:14 left to go in the first half. Mason stays back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Jones. Jones will carry about 4 or 5 Eagles with him. Then bust out to his left and gets about another 5 yards just past the original line of scrimmage. 4:57 left to go here in the first quarter as Sapulpa leads 7-0. Now 2nd and 10 with the ball on the 36-yard line, their own 36-yard line. As Mason looks over to the sidelines, trying to get the call. He'll send trips out to the right, 1 out to the left. 1 in the backfield, which is Jones. Mason awaits the snap, gets the snap, hands it off to Jones. Jones goes to his left. He's across the 40, takes a couple of men on, gets out to about the 45-yard line, and is finally brought down. I don't think that was quite enough for a first down, but that does set up 3rd and manageable for the Chieftains. Mason will look over to the sidelines, 3rd and 3, so 3rd and short as the clock winds down to about 4:10 right now. With the Chieftains on top, 7-0. We now have a timeout as Colton Morton will have to come off due to a little bit of blood on his knee. I think he's got to go get that patched up before he can actually come back out on the field. So we'll keep it right here. Clock winds down to 3:59, 23 on the play clock. As Mason stays back in shotgun with 2 out to the short side of the field, which is the right, 1 out to the wide side, which is the left, fakes the handoff to Jones, gives the ball to Justin Squire, and Squire busted for a first down all the way out to the 45, possibly 44-yard line of Edison. So on the move are the Chieftains after having a great first drive. They're now officially in Edison territory. 1st and 10, ball on the 44, 3:36 left to go here in the first quarter. As Mason looks over to the sidelines to get his signals, he'll bring his team set. Stays back in shotgun, awaiting the snap, gets the snap, drops straight back, and this time he'll just tuck it and run. He'll get across the 50, across the 40, all the way out to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down. And he's just short of the first down as that ball rests on the 35. So now it's 2nd and inches to go for the Eagles, for the Chieftains after a gain of 9. Mason over to the sidelines to get his call. Play clock down to 22, 2nd and 1, ball on the 35-yard line of Edison. Mason takes the ball. He'll drop straight back in a 3rd and short. He's got a man open. That'll be 6 for the Chieftains. On the reception for Sapulpa is Wyatt Daniels, a senior. That makes it 13-0 with 2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. A 36-yard touchdown pass for Zach Mason. That is his 2nd of the night, and the Chieftains are on top 13-0 as we await the extra point. So just like last week, Mason again with with 2 touchdown passes here in the first quarter as we await the snap. There's the snap, ball is down, and the kick, no good. I don't even know if it quite made it to the uprights. I think it was blocked. Still 13-0 Sapulpa. 2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. You're listening to the Chieftains Radio Network.
Edison 0. This dynamic is proudly sponsored by the Pregame. Sapulpa Public Schools, which extend Tulsa, Bone, and Punt, our official sports medicine provider for all district sports.
2:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa on top of Edison, 13-0. A couple of Zach Mason touchdown passes has Sapulpa on top tonight. And just like last week, they start off red hot. Defense has already done their job, forcing 1 punt. All right, there is the kickoff. That ball will travel all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Will be no return on this one. So Edison will start this drive at their own 20. Edison got all the way down to about their own 46-yard line on that first series before being forced to punt. And despite a couple of negative plays for Sapulpa, the Chieftains were able to make the most out of that series and get themselves back into the end zone. Robert Borgstad, former Chieftains head coach, has his Edison team here, and he's giving them instructions now as we wait for them to come and get set. Huddle is broken on the sidelines, and Luke Parrish will bring his team out. Parrish has gone mostly from the shotgun tonight, has lined up under center once. Pretty much, if you listen to Sapulpa in the last couple of years, it's the same offense that they have been running while Borgstad was here with the Chieftains. All right, there's the snap. Parrish has a man at the 20. That ball is incomplete forward pass, so it'll stay just pretty much as an incomplete pass. The intended target on that one was Jeremiah Lazenby at the 20, just a little screen pass or a little bubble screen, which a lot of times is designed as a run play and hopefully can go for positive yardage. Parrish will go under center on this one as Edison likes to mix it up a little bit. Kind of a bunch formation there on the left. Takes the ball, hands it off, and wrapped up it immediately is Caden Foster, who gets maybe 1-2 yards on that carry, which sets up another 3rd and long for the Edison Eagle. Actually, that Edison Eagles actually beat a gain of nothing. Not sure you can move the ball when you're the center once the referee has said it, but, hey, we'll just go ahead and do that anyway. And that was Tyler Nash setting the ball for the Eagles there as the play clock winds down to 17. 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Chieftains already with a 2-score lead, 13-0. Parrish will line up in the shotgun with 1 in the backfield, 3 out to the left. He'll take the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's under pressure. He'll throw out to his left, and on the reception, coming close to the first down for Edison is Cash Bryant, but he'll be a little bit short. We'll see if Edison decides to go for it here on 4th down. No, they will decide to punt this ball away, which is probably a smart move. I mean, at this point, you're better off trying to draw Sapulpa off sides than making a mistake and giving Zach Mason a short field to work with. As it is, Sapulpa should have pretty good field position here on this next possession. 4th and 2, ball on the Edison 28. Edison back to punt. Sitting back in single safety are the Chieftains, and on to receive for Sapulpa is D'Angelo Mitchell, and he's right at about the 30-yard line. We've got a flag here. Don't know if that's a delay of game. Yes, as a matter of fact, it will be a delay of game, so Edison will move back another 5 yards on this one, which will obviously move Sapulpa up. So Mitchell, who is back at about the 35-yard line, stands now at about the 40-yard line. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's kind of a high, straight kick. Can't really say it's end over end. Takes a Sapulpa bounce. Lands at about the 46-yard line of Sapulpa, so not quite to midfield are the Chieftains. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Sapulpa will take over on their side of the field with the ball at the 46, 1st and 10, and a 13-0 lead. And Zach Mason will come out in shotgun. Mason will get his team set. He sends 2 out to the wide side of the field. That is the left. Jones back in the backfield with Mason. He's in shotgun, awaits the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's got plenty of time, but there is a flag, so we got an offside. He's got a little bit of movement on this one. And we'll back it up 5 yards for the Chieftains. So instead of 1st and 10, we now get a 1st and 15. And the ball, instead of being on the 46, moving back 5 yards now to about the... Yeah, that'll be the 41-yard line of Sapulpa now. 1st and 15 left to go. 56.9 seconds left. Mason still in shotgun. 2 out to each side. Waiting the snap. It's a long snap. He'll hand off to Jones. Jones moves to his left. He's got room to go. He's got a 1st down after a gain of about 16 yards on that play. So Sapulpa already with a 1st down on this drive, 3rd drive of the evening, and that gets the ball into Edison territory. Ball sitting at the 42-yard line as Mason takes a look over to the sidelines to get his team set. Mason back in shotgun. Clock winds down to 38 seconds. Mason awaits the call. He'll hand off to Jones again. Jones goes over to his left. He's across the 40. He's across the 30. He's out to the 20 before being wrapped up at about the 19-yard line. Actually, make that about the... Nah, it's about right, about the 18.